As the Humvee exploded, Robert flew 20 feet up in the air. It wasn't until another soldier came and sort of dragged him out of the area. And when they did and they put him on the medevac, they realized that he had a 14-inch shrapnel embedded in his head. He was taken to, I guess, Landstuhl, Germany, and I got the call the next day.
I believe there was the sergeant. He wanted to speak to my wife. At the time, she was occupied with the kids, so I told him what was this reference to, and he told me it was about Roberto Reyes. And at that time, I spoke to my wife. I said, "Danny, I think they want to speak to you."
And the first thing he said to me, "Ma'am, do you know Roberto Reyes?" And I said, "Yes." And at that point, and I always referred to him as my son. And I said, "Yes, that's my son." And they said, "The first thing I want to say to you," and when he said that, I thought the worst. He says, "Ma'am, I just want to assure you that he's alive." So when he said that, I sort of calmed down a little bit, and he said, "You know, your son was in attack. He's very severely injured. We don't know the extent of his injuries, but we just want to notify you because we want to keep you abreast of what's going on." At that point, I asked, "Where is he?" And they said that he was on the medevac and he was on his way to Landstuhl, Germany. When I got to Walter Reed and I finally saw him February 10th, the one thing when I first went saw Robert, the first thing the doctor told me was, "I give him 24 hours. And I looked at Robert and I looked at the doctor and I said, "No, he's coming home." Well, currently Robert is a patient over at the what they call the Community Living Center, which is part of the James J. Peter VA Medical Center, where he's been there for the past 10 years. Robert has been discharged since 2007, but because I don't have a home that is adaptable where he will need a lift. You know, right now the way it's set up in the nursing home is that he gets lifted to the chair, he gets driven to another place to take a shower, then he gets driven back. He will need a recreational room to fit his therapy equipment in. He needs space. And I can't provide him with that, with the home that I have now. The new home that we'll build for Robert would be specifically for his needs. For example, Robert likes to cook. In the home that I have now, the kitchen is upstairs. In the new home, he'll be able to just roll himself out and be outside and enjoy the sun, which is what he likes to do. I think the lift track would be a great access to the home and for Robert, because I can always just get him from one place to the other. It says that there are people out there who care about reviving someone's life, making it better for them, you know, and Robert needs that. You know, Robert gave practically his life for this country, and to come back and see that there are people who care to help him make his life better. You know, and I thank Home for Our Troops for inviting us and giving him an opportunity.